Hi everybody, happy Tuesday and welcome to another episode of this. Well, for now. Let me explain. First of all, how are you doing? Did you enjoy your holidays? Are you okay? So many people are getting sick after the holidays and it's it's kind of affecting my anxiety a little bit. Maintaining, but oh my god. The holidays went fine here. We stayed in. We didn't see family or anybody. We're still trying to do our part. I think sometimes we're the only ones, but won't get into that. I am here today to make an announcement. So the announcement is basically these scheduled every Tuesday videos are going to stop for the year at least. Now, that just means scheduled videos are going to stop. I'm not going anywhere. I will still do more sporadic videos, but they won't be every week anymore because at the end of last year, I did an accounting of how my creative output has been during the pandemic. And during the pandemic, I live close to a small airport. You're always going to hear airplanes and stuff. You can hear them on A Case for Classics going over, and it drives me crazy. It's been hard. It's been hard on my poor kids being away from friends, being away from school, having to homeschool. It's been hard on my husband who has been away from friends. It's been hard on me trying to keep everybody sane and together, trying to be that outward beacon of serenity. It's been hard, and my creativity has definitely taken a hit. I started a podcast to kind of help me through it, and I joined another podcast and I started doing these. It all originated as a Patreon account to try to connect intimately with some people, and it didn't work out very well. So I made it public, and again, it's not working out too well. Considering all the things that I do, this right here gets the least amount of engagement. These videos don't get a whole lot of views. We get some, and there is some engagement, but when it comes to me getting something for the time I put into it, of all the side things I'm doing, this is the least profitable for time. I don't make money off of this. I don't make money off of any of the podcasts I do, unless we happen to sell ads on the Ghostwriters podcast. But A Case for Classics, no money. This, no money. It's just free entertainment. I'm not at all resentful about that. And again, I'm not stopping this. I'm not resentful about that. But I did an accounting of what my creative output has been, and it's been bad. I keep track of all the words that I write, both in writing the scripts for A Case for Classics and in my fiction writing. And while total number of words written in 2021 was not great, it was okay. However, only 1/5 of all those words that I wrote were fiction. And I kind of need to switch that where, 4/5 of what I write is fiction and the rest of it is for the podcast and for writing for other people's blogs and doing all that kind of stuff that is part of the job of being a writer. And one of the things that I'm just going to have to make a little more time for is the writing. And one easy thing to say is the scheduled Tuesday videos. Again, I'm not going anywhere. If I read a book that knocks my socks off, I'm going to be right here talking about it. If I watch a movie that rocked my world, I'm going to be here talking about it, unless I'm doing it on the Ghostwriters podcast. Although it is much more fun to watch ridiculous movies and then bemoan the ridiculousness of it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still going to be doing this. It's just going to be sporadic. And having said that, it'd be a good idea, if you don't already, to subscribe to this channel. If you're not into that, follow me on social media. I've stopped accepting friend requests on Facebook just because it's either scammy people or that weird guy I dated for like a week in 9th grade who will not stop sending me friend requests no matter how many times I delete them. So you can find me on Twitter. Twitter is where I hang out the most. Still not a lot. Social media has lost all of its sparkle for me these past few years. But if there are any announcements, it'll be on Twitter. So if you have any interest in watching anything that I put up, here on out, it'll be on Twitter if you're not subscribed to this. And having said that, if you happen to read a book that you want to talk about, message me and we'll talk about it. I'll make a video on it, and then you can tell me how wrong my views are in the comment section. If you watch a movie that you thought was great, especially werewolves, if you watch a werewolf movie and you're like, that was fantastic, let's talk about it. Honestly, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to me through here, and you can find me on Twitter, and you can find me on, if we're already friends on Facebook, you can message me there. That's fine. You can also email me. I have a website, somercanon.com. It's SOMERCANON. There is a contact page there. I'll get back to you. No worries. Don't ever worry about contacting me. If you come off creepy, I'll let you know, but you won't. You're going to be fine. If you want to talk about a book, that's never creepy. That's never unwanted. Okay? So if you are feeling maybe isolated, like some of us are, reach out. It's really fine. And I mean, it's a short one this week because, again, this isn't a goodbye. This is just, I've got other stuff to do, folks. We got to put books out. And when I do put another book out, I'll be right here talking about it because it's my channel. Why not? Advertising, we got to do it. And that's all I have to say for today, because I've got other stuff to do. I've got, one of my goals for this year, aside from a certain word count and a certain percentage of that word count being for fiction writing, is I want to have 2 new releases this year. And that doesn't mean a short story that I wrote in an anthology. I mean 2 standalone releases from me this year. Maybe be able to do that. Maybe be able to do more. Consider it. That depends on, publishers and how busy they are. There's a piece sitting in a publisher's inbox right now. So there was some writing, just not enough. Not enough to be doing this at the pace that I like. And I do a pretty relaxed pace as it is. And when even my relaxed pace is lagging, it's not good. So these are going to be a little more sporadic, but I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for your comments. I want to thank you for the watches. Thank you. Thank you so much, because this has been lonely. And this writing thing and this talking about books and talking about movies, talking about things you love, I'm talking to my cell phone on a stand. This is lonely. And having the comments has been really helpful for me, because this has not been easy for me. This has not been easy for my family. And I have to imagine that there are other people out there like that. So if these stupid unedited videos that I've been putting up have helped you at all, it's been worth it. 100%. It's been worth it to me. Give me something to look forward to. Give me something to get a moment to myself. And I just want to thank you for being here for that. More videos are coming. They're just not scheduled anymore. But if you follow me on Twitter, I'll announce them. I'll post a link. And for old time's sake, let's battle the remote. See if it turns off on its own, or if I have to say a few bad words to it. That'll be it from me this week. So bye-bye. Of course.